Alright, hey everyone. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing something just a little bit different. What I wanted to do originally was a bit of a Team Sonic Racing Overdrive reaction type video. But since Team Sonic Racing Overdrive, both parts of it were released about a week ago now, it'd be a bit late to do one of those and a bit pointless. So instead I thought, what else could I do with this? And I decided, why not have a look at both episodes that have been released so far and see how accurate it is to the actual video game? So the video game's due out in, I think it's a couple of weeks now, actually. And I have played the game already quite a bit at a convention, so I thought, hey, yeah, I'll take a look at what's been released so far, and I'll show you some of the footage that I shot at this convention a few months ago now. And we'll see how it matches up to see how accurate and how much detail they have actually put into the cartoon versus what's actually in the game. So I'm going to be cutting quite a bit between the episodes, otherwise this video is going to be a lot longer than it really should be. So we're going to start off at about 30 seconds in. Okay, so Big's currently racing as normal, and if we freeze it there, so Sonic appears and he's performing a drift to actually get around Big. Now, when he's on this actual drift, their speed is both the same, but when he releases his drift, he just blasts off, and Big is kind of left there in the dust. Now, this is actually true to the game. Obviously, you know this by now. If you perform a drift and then release it, you get a turbo boost. So there we go. Already there's something in there. So if we carry on. Okay, so Tails just flies over the top of Big there. Again, I'm guessing that's for some sort of boost ramp, which is again something which can give you a big speed boost, so you can take that to your advantage. All right, let's continue. All right, so there's right there, Tails just got hit by an eagle wisp. Now, it looks like whoever was behind them fired 3 of those, because you can actually see 3 eagle wisps fly off. Now, this is interesting because those wisps are a homing attack. So the fact it hit Tails and took him out is accurate, but I think it should have also took Sonic out there. Well, obviously we've got to give them some slack, otherwise there wouldn't be a story, but I think what would actually happen in the game is if you fired 3 eagle wisps at once, it would take out Sonic and Tails in that scenario. But anyway, and as we see, it's Amy that must have fired it, and she obviously catches up to Sonic. And okay, right there where they ram Sonic and he loses control and breathes a sigh of relief, that is a valid tactic. You can do that to other players, and there's lots of footage here that shows you that. Yeah, if you ram other players in this game, you can actually cause them to lose control momentarily, and that is a pretty good tactic that you can use. So here the Chow are about to throw a bomb, and obviously Knuckles knocks it away, but yeah, that can't happen in the game. But the bomb does actually behave as it would do after a set period of time. If it doesn't hit anyone, it does blow up on its own. So yeah, let's give them points for that. So Sonic and Shadow are racing now, and they do something which is kind of interesting here. Sonic starts to do a drift, but instead of instantly going into the boost, he goes into reverse, and I'm not sure if you can actually do that in the game or not, so I would imagine you can drive in reverse, but I'm not 100% sure. Now we can see the Chow and Shadow shunting each other. Chow is the power character in this game, so I think that he should have actually taken Shadow out there, but yeah, we wouldn't have had much of a story. Sonic uses a boost wisp, which again works exactly as it should. It gives him a boost of speed. Alright, and then we get to the crash mode where everybody crashes. That is something that can happen. You can crash into other players and temporarily spin yourself out. So that is a thing that can actually happen in the game there. Okay, so we'll skip ahead just a little bit to where Rouge makes her phone call. And if we hold it there where Rouge is on the screen, that is actually in the game. That messaging system is constant throughout the game. You do see it. It's there in 2 forms. It's there in the little icons at the side of the screen where your teammates are, and it also appears at the top whenever your team requests an item or wants to send you an item. So that is actually in the game. That's a really nice feature that they put in. So here's a nice little scene. We see Tails helping to fix Knuckles' car. Now, this is actually going to become quite important later on. It's quite a good little subtle message they put in here about the actual game. Because here comes Shadow, and Shadow just drives past, he doesn't help. So keep that in mind, and we'll think about that a bit later. But if we skip now ahead to about the 6-minute mark, Shadow destroys the egg robo. So I'm not too sure if that should have actually happened. I think what would have probably happened, because I know you can get obstacles like that on the course, is that Shadow should have probably spun out there. But I think power characters can actually break through obstacles like that with no problem. So yeah, a little bit of points there, but obviously we've got a storyline here, so we can't keep it strictly to what happens in the game. Okay, now, so if we skip ahead, we get Shadow using an Eagle Wisp, and this one works exactly like it does in the game. It targets one player, homes in on him, and spins him out, and he loses all his speed. That is brilliant. That works exactly like it does in the game. And then a few seconds later, Shadow uses a Cube Wisp, and again, that works exactly like it does in the game. It stuns players, it takes them out, it makes them lose all their speed. And then we have the Knuckles versus Shadow moment. Yeah, that should, I believe, actually cause... Because Knuckles is a power character, I think he should actually cause a lot more damage or, more of a loss of control there than what actually did happen. But again, we've got to tell a story. But yeah, that's quite accurate so far. Alright, so now we get to the end of the race, and there's quite a lot of cool things here which link to the game. So Sonic requests an item, and Knuckles throws a boost wisp, but when it crashes into Tails, it turns into 3 wisps. That is 100% accurate. When you pass an item to another player on your team, it multiplies that item by 3, so you get 3 times that item. So in this case, instead of Tails just getting 1 boost wisp, like Sonic had earlier, he gets 3. So yeah, that's really accurate. That is actually quite accurate. And Tails uses all 3 of them at once, giving him an incredible boost, so he catches right up with the lead. Again, that's absolutely 100% accurate. So the team are now going to perform their special Team Blast move, I'm not sure what we call it. When they all activate this at the same time, it lasts for a longer period than it does if they activate it individually. Yes, when they are in this maneuver, they can take out any racer ahead of them. Yeah, they've completely taken out Shadow's car there. And again, this is what that move does in the game. But something which actually might be a really good tactic here for playing online with a group of friends is if all 3 of you are able to line up on the track and perform the boost move at exactly the same time, you could probably wipe out the entire competition and really get ahead. I never thought of that. That's actually a really good tactic that you could do for online. I bet that I would love to see that online. That would be incredible. So we continue, and Shadow loses the race and sits with the rest of his team. All right, let's pause it here. So this is kind of the point I was getting on about. Team Dark didn't win because they didn't help each other, really. Whilst Rouge requested help, Omega tried but failed, and Shadow just refused to help them. But Team Sonic were always helping each other, which is kind of the point of the gameplay, and therefore they win the race. So it might have been interesting, actually, just to see Shadow actually win the race, but when you saw the scoreboard, it's discovered, wait, I didn't win? Why? Because you did. And then it sort of cuts to the teammates looking miserable with this, well, because you didn't play as a team member. So I do like that. I think that's a really cool little thing that they put in there to get across this whole message of you have to work as a team. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much everything I could see in the cartoon which related to the game, and I thought that was really good. There was a lot more here than I thought that there would be. It really does go to show how much care and effort and detail actually went into this cartoon. They really have tried to capture the video game. There's a lot in here. So I'm quite interested to see if there's going to be any other episodes and how accurate they'll be to the actual video games. Okay, so I think that's all I can say on this. What did you think? Do you like this kind of thing? Do you want me to do it for other episodes that come out, as well as like little reaction videos? Please let me know in the comments. What do you think of Team Sonic Racing Overdrive? I, for one, really like it. I think it's a really enjoyable cartoon. But what about you lot? Do you guys like it? Do you hate it? And are you guys getting Team Sonic Racing? I've got my copy pre-ordered. I'm definitely getting that. I think that's all I can say, guys. So I'll see you again next time. Goodbye. Hey guys, thanks for checking out my video. If you found this video interesting and enjoyed it, please click that like and subscribe button. And if you know anybody else who might be interested, please share it with your fellow friends and minions. If you want to continue the adventures, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And if you'd like to support the work I do further, please consider backing me on Patreon. Or if you'd just like to make a one-off donation, why not treat me to a coffee? Links to both are in the video description. Even the smallest donation is a huge help to keeping this channel going. But most of all, just thank you for taking the time out to watch this video and enjoy the work I do. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you.